Ahum, namaste. Thank you for joining me. Bendiciones and blessings. So today we are continuing the uh, understanding that we're gathering from the famous Barajas Españolas, right? So we're learning card by card. On the next group of, or the next series of videos, then we're going to learn what each one goes, what each meaning is when they are put together. All right, when they're before a card or after a card, above a card, under a card. But these are the cards that we're using. I really like this. You can get them at my Etsy store under Moira's Light. These are only $5. Um, and you can actually get them there if you want to, or go to your favorite Botanica and you can buy it there too. Today we're going to talk about, and let me make this bigger so I can see it and I can actually, yeah, I can show you. All right, so this is, they call it a sota de oros. It's like a page. Even though it looks like a page, it really does. Maybe it's this deck, but the other deck does too. This holds some kind of feminine energy sometimes, and the majority of the time is explaining about a particular woman. And remember, with these cards, it explains specifically, it will tell you what the person is going to look like. Now, I want you to be very observant that here is the coin or the pentacle, but the face is looking the other way. All right. So the stance that the person, how the person is standing, is very sure of herself, right? Okay. I feel this card is very feminine. This suit is very feminine many times. But it is the feminine energy that I feel. This is, when this card comes out, it is explaining, or it's depicting someone with, a sensible mind, a person that's very secure, has no problems. It's a very secure person. You know what I mean? It's a person that has no qualms about themselves and how they present themselves, how they see themselves. This is obviously with the page, or the lady of the coin, because I like to call her lady of the coin, when it presents itself as a feminine energy. It represents a white woman with blonde or dark hair. This particular picture has a darker hair, and it also has splashes of blonde, which tells you it's either going to be that or the other. Generally young. It's a generally young woman. Has a good economic position, but is a spender. Maybe it's a person that has impulse buying issues. They're very generous. This is a very passionate person, a very loyal person, but whose head is always up in the clouds, dreaming a lot, daydreaming, um, you know, having a very imaginative thought process. Okay. Um, Now, if we are, this person is very capable of having a deep relationship, even though their heads, and as far as their money spending issues is concerned, that still won't do anything radical to their deep relationships. They can have that. It's a person that loves challenges because she knows the capacity and strength that is necessary to overcome situations of insecurity and unpleasantness. Well, if you put that together and you go back to the beginning of what I was saying in the video is, yeah, this person is passionate, loyal, but it is a, a person that does still practice sensibility and is very secure about themselves. They know how to take in adversity, and that's probably part of the creative side or imaginative side that they have within themselves. This is a person you want to have on your side. This is a person that you would definitely want to be there with you, because this person's method of thinking will actually uplift you. But you don't want this person as an enemy, an adversary, all right? Because as generous and as loyal and as loving that this person is, there is a different side to this person. And whatever it is that they will threaten you with will manifest. This is a person also that has very little regard for people that they don't appreciate. So could this be a lifelong friend? Yes, but it's important for you to know the other quality of this person. All right. And if you have this person falling into different houses of what it is you're reading, or if it comes up in a big spread, there are other cards that are going to play a role and add to what it is that this card is trying to tell you. Now, you all know how I feel about reverse cards. But if your intuition tells you you need to give them a warning. The first warning is don't have them as an enemy. Don't be a hypocrite either. You know, just slowly, you know, move them out of your way, out of your life if this is not a friendship for you. Here is where you learn to use the information from the cards to actually give yourself or your clients, give them the necessary guidance that they need. Now, if the card were to be reversed, isn't it funny that it is a card that is announcing greatness of all kinds, but accompanied by a lot of waste? And it's usually a bearer of good news. Do you want this card to be reversed? Well, it could be reversed and you can read it that way. However, it is still, because I don't use reverses, it is still a good card. If you take away the personification and you bring in the message and your intuition is telling you, you know what, it has nothing to do with that person. And you reshuffle that one house or that one place, you'll be able to get that intuition. Hey, you know what? Something good is coming. And you can separate the personification if it is not required. Again, as you know, I do not read reverse cards. I do not read them because they come in this box, and in every box, they come in right side up. It was because of my inability to get my cards show how loving I am about the messages that they give me, and put them back the way that they came in. And while I'm shuffling, I'm not being careful enough so that they can give the message that is required correctly. So is it a mechanical thing? Yeah, absolutely. I was the one that made that happen. So that is why I don't really read reverse cards. Okay. Today we're also going to talk about the Page of Cups. So let's get the Page of Cups, because I'm going to do them all together. I'm going to start grouping together. The Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, as you can see, she is looking at the cup itself. Now, this is a very romantic lady. It signifies a romantic lady. It represents female energy with pale complexion, gorgeous features, deep eyes, usually clear, and a coppery kind of hair. Do you realize that this card is actually depicting a particular person? It's going through the eyes, it's going through the hair, it's going through the skin. Really, it's telling you exactly what this person may look like. They maybe have, depending on the spread, maybe from the past, maybe in the future, maybe in the present, depending on the spread that you're going to do. Again, it's infinite. There's an infinite amount of possibilities on the spreads that you can do with this card. Okay, so this particular card, the Page or the Lady of the Cups, also depicts exactly 3 signs. It's either a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. Isn't that wonderful? So if your intuition tells you to tell the person, oh, this might be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, but your intuition tells you may not be a woman. So let's just say it's a person. You're going to go with your intuition, okay? You're going to go with your intuition. This person's character is very romantic. It's a very sensitive person. It's a person that is very dreamy, very loving, very creative, and would do anything to reach a goal or a dream. Now, if your client is a male and has these characteristics, this card is likely representing him, and vice versa. It could represent a female client as well, okay? With this card, when it talks about, when it's in the area of money, okay? This card will depict the person as being the kind of person that is kind and easily excitable. They get really excited with new ideas, propositions, creative things that come to them. If it falls into the love pile, the love reading, it verifies that this person needs love in order to live. And it's the kind of person, we all know that needs a partner to live and cannot be without a partner or without feeling loved. We know people like this. It may be your client. It may be someone that your client knows, but most likely it's probably your client. It's also related to alternative medicines and diseases that are caused by emotions. mental health. Maybe they're going through a psychiatric issue. At least you know ahead of time when you see this in that, whether it's home, whether it's love, whether it's work. Sorry about my bird. He's just having a beautiful day. This is where you sit down and you say, okay, so this person might have a psychiatric issue. They might be looking for alternative medicines. This is definitely a person that when I'm going to deliver this message for them, I need to be very consciously aware and speak through my heart chakra with a lot of love and a lot of understanding. Because obviously this person is someone that cannot live alone. It is a person that needs someone with them day in and day out, whether it's good or bad. So definitely, it's a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. That is also going to actually, it's going to help them. That part of the astrological sign, but you have to be very, very careful on how you, when that particular card comes out, how you present the issues to them, okay? Then we have, wait, let me get the one with the sword here. And this is called the Caballero. No, this is not the Caballero. This is, hold on. The Page of Cups. I have way too many written. I had to scan it in because I just couldn't. I wrote all this the night before and I did not have time to type it out. So I'm going through my notes. This is the Page of Clubs. This is the Dama de la Pasión, the Lady of Passion. Now I want you to look at the way that she's standing. And why do I remember the Dama de la Pasión, the Lady of Passion? Because it reminds me of prehistoric times when a woman was in love with a man, with a caveman, and she would beat him with a club and drag him into her den. So to me, this is how I depict it. And that's how I learned it, how I learned to read this. She is very, when you look at her picture, she is very determined. And how do you explain this page or this Lady of Passion? Well, this is a woman with brown hair, dark complexion, and an energetic, passionate, impulsive, charismatic, creative, and self-confident person. That's her personality. There is perhaps Aries, definitely Leo, and Sagittarius. You can represent your client or a person you know with this card, or the person that they know with this card. But if you're doing it for yourself, you're going to know this person. Okay? And we all know that Leos and even Aries and Sagittarius, they're on the money or on the material side of things. It indicates that we spend money that is too impulsive without worrying a lot, since we know how to get what we want. However, in the love department, it indicates somewhat of a change in a relationship and perhaps even jealousy because of this woman. So this card comes out in your love department. This is a woman, if this is not you, that is experiencing the jealousy because something is changing in the in the relationship that you're in, then it is someone that you feel jealousy towards. Um, if this comes into the work reading, it signifies either that your client or you have just the right amount of energy and charisma to actually be very successful at work or any endeavor that becomes your work. All right. For the health department, generally the health is in good, in a good position. But there is this side of this person. Remember, this is the lady of passion. It's not only romantic passion, but also temperament. This person can exhibit a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, a lot of screaming, a lot of not understanding the first time around, but surely with a little patience with this kind of person, even if it's yourself, meditation and all that beautiful stuff, which you can, if it's your client, you can always prescribe meditation, tea, calming tea, you know, just the regular tea you buy at the store. You can prescribe some showers, spiritual showers, and mindfulness homework that you can give them. If it's you, you're going to do the same thing, because it's hard for an Aries, a Leo, and a Sagittarius not to lose their temper. And it's hard, it becomes hard because it ultimately is a choice. And I'm going to talk to you as a Leo. You have a choice. You have a choice. And the choice is, are you going to live by your ego? Are you going to, there's no Leo that will allow somebody else to dictate the way that they live. Therefore, this Leo will not allow ego to dictate the way that I live. On the contrary, ego is my friend. It is there to tell me when things I really should be looking at needs a good look at. But as a Leo, I will not forsake everything that I've worked for in this spiritual pilgrimage inside this meat suit to go to waste. I'm not going to allow ego to dictate my life. On the contrary, love dictates my life. And as hard as it has been, this is where I am today. So there are Aries and Sagittarius that will also feel the same way. And rightly so. Rightly so. So now on my notes, I need to find, where is my Lady of Swords? Come on, Mama. Where is she, my Lady of Swords? Lady of Swords, Lady of Swords. Here you are. Okay. Okay, so the Lady of Swords, or the Page of Swords, whatever it is you feel like calling it, it's your intuition. When you connect with these cards, they will tell you whether they're coming in as a page or a feminine energy, or even a masculine energy, or no energy at all, no gender, no genderization, no energy. The Page of Swords is full of energy and passion and enthusiasm. When this particular card appears, okay, in a tarot reading, whether you're just doing this particular card deck, or you are adding other decks, because you can use this, you can use the Spanish deck with other decks, so you can get different perspectives. You this person is full of new ideas, and I'm saying you because sometimes we practice on ourselves. This is a person with great ideas, great plans for the future. It's a person that can't wait when they feel so passionate about something new. They can't wait to start that project. If they just go crazy, they plan, oh my God, or especially when they can learn something new. This is me. This is who I am day in and day out. As far as that aspect of the Lady of Swords, this person has so much energy that she feels that she's invincible. There's nothing she can't do. And that's the thing. There is nothing she cannot do. Everything that she has in her hands, everything she touches, everything she builds, everything she dreams, it happens. Okay. But here's the challenge. Can you go the distance with these new endeavors, these new ideas? Everything in the beginning always looks promising, but this kind of person always needs something else to keep going and keep up. Is it ADD? Maybe. Is it OCD? Yeah, because you need to have things in a particular order so that you can go through it and not let things fall into the cracks. Get it? So this is the kind of person that is learning different things at the same time. They may all be related, they may not. But usually when it comes to the spiritual side of things, that is where this person has the best of her mind or his mind in the prize at hand. This person is very, very curious. This person always finds new perspectives. And they're hungry for knowledge. Hungry. And that partly because they want their teachers, they want to learn things so that they can teach others, and also to help themselves so they can help others. It's the kind of person that's always asking questions. It's a person that hoards information, but she munches it up and puts it in a different point of view so people can actually learn from it. It's a person that's very giving. This is a person that could get to the mastery phase of things. However, they're always in exploratory phase. And the reason why they're in exploratory is because they go from one thing to another, one thing to another. And even though they do make mistakes along the way, their curiosity allows them to find a better way, because they put themselves in there first before they teach anyone, before they share. They are the ones that go through that exploration. They make the mistakes, they ask all the questions, and then as they go along, this person then gathers that intelligence and shares it with others. It's a wonderful thing because they're the ones that expose themselves to everything before they even They even share it with anyone so that people don't find themselves stuck. Um, it does, it does, it brings them happiness that people won't get hurt. And it's the kind of person that doesn't really care if they get hurt themselves. The reason why is because they want to make sure that nobody does get hurt. And that's important to them. I know that's important to me. But this is the kind of person that will take it upon themselves to go through. I'm sorry, I'm going through the rest of the cards, putting them in order for you. But it's the kind of person that will put themselves on the line in order for people not to get hurt. A lot of these people are oriented in, well-versed actually, in spirituality, scientists, a lot of entrepreneurs that, want to help people. And why not? Why not help people? And this is how they do it. They help people, and they go the distance before they give it to anybody else. So if this comes out, this particular card comes out, and you're going to see it, that it'll come out in different parts of your reading, of your spreads. It could be that person, if you're doing it for yourself, it could be that that's you, but it could also be somebody else that you may be encountering or have encountered or will encounter. It's more of a person. I think it truly depicts, a lot of time it depicts who you are and your endeavors. You can take away the personification of the card, the how we humanize the card. You can take that out, and then you're left with just the information of what the card means without humanizing it. So you can use that in your readings as well. Thank you for joining me and for coming together and listening and wanting to learn the Barajas Españolas. This is only the beginner, and we have a lot more cards to go through and learn. But today I put together the pages, or the sotas, or the female side, the female energy of this card deck. It's a very beautiful card deck. And what I like about it is it depicts exactly the person that you're looking for. Thank you very much. I hope you have a beautiful day. Blessings and healthy days for you and yours. Have a great day.